welcome back to CTR Part 8, and in this episode we should be finishing off the main races for World 4 and starting the CTR hunt.
And we also confirm once and for all, Tiny has an amazing ass.
He does, and he also has a very nice brow. Now, when it comes to the PlayStation 1 rivalries between mascots, where do you stand at the Spyro Crash rivalry?
Oh boy. I'd say the lesson here is that upbringing begets liking. There is
that is most certainly true.
Yes.
Although I did I grew up with about an hour of Crash 1 and I owned Crash 2. I didn't actually own Crash 3, but I was a bit scared of Crash 3 because no, I don't actually know why I was afraid of Crash 3. But I did own CTR and Crash Bash as a kid, like as a early teenager. That said, I actually stand quite firmly on the Spyro side of this. I have played all of Spyro 1 multiple times. I'm 100% in Spyro 3 multiple times, even as a kid. And now that I'm getting into my more than 2 years, I have 100% Ripto's Rage at least twice, if not 3 times.
Nice.
Hell, I 100% Ripto's Rage on stream.
Now,
but
my experience with the games are I grew up with Crash 1. Well, actually, you know, it's funny. Crash 2 was my main concentration. That was the first Crash game that I owned. The other Crash games I only incidentally saw when I was playing Crash 1 at my cousin's house or playing Crash 3 at my buddy's house.
Okay.
But I otherwise did not have access. I also might have said in a previous part that the extent of my experience with Spyro was very briefly playing Spyro 2 in a hotel room when I was a kid, because the hotel room actually had a PS1 and a controller and a copy of Spyro 2 Ready to Rock. So yes, that is why I say
that was back before hotels and restaurants started charging exorbitant fees for NES games.
They did not understand just what forces they trifled with. And this also is why I firmly stand on the Crash side of things, because Crash is where I have most of my exposure.
I will say that when it comes to franchises, Crash is almost certainly the stronger one, mostly because the Spyro side of the franchise really whittles out after the trilogy, whereas Crash, the trilogy that Crash has got still holds up mostly well, except for Crash 1. And the spin-off games I actually really enjoy, specifically CTR and Crash Bash. I'm not doing Crash Bash for the channel, I can't finish the damn thing. But CTR is still easily one of the best kart racers I've ever had, and Crash Bash is pretty much my replacement for Mario Party. Like, if you ever think that Peach is a cheating whore in Mario Party, switch over to Crash Bash. You'll probably comp stomp up to Act 3, and then you'll realize they're cheating. They're just flat out cheating.
Take that. They got triple Raigeki.
Well, it's not like they're doing that in Forbidden Memories, although they can do that in Forbidden Memories. They don't ever actually do that.
I was thinking World Championship 2004. Yugi has 3 Raigeki.
I didn't think they actually pulled that, but...
Well, how else do you raise the difficulty?
Do you make their decks only slightly better? Like 2004, I don't think we've got gadgets yet, but...
No gadgets, no.
You could have made Yugi a tribal spellcaster. I'm pretty sure Magical Dimension was a thing, which would give him pretty easy access to Shark Magician.
Yeah, but I'm saying, because it's the strength of your deck depends on the cards that are in it. The deck that the player is allowed to make is subject to a limited list. The decks that the opponents are allowed to create are not necessarily bound to a limited list.
They usually are, though. I mean, for the Tag Force series, you can disable that. But if you do disable that, all of your opponent's decks change to. We're running we're running the singles of every single Forbidden and Limited card because you said we could do that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look at
anyway,
where we are. We're at
this. Yeah, this is Oxide Station. Oxide Station is actually a pretty goddamn fun course to go through, except it's a bit too twisty-turny.
Very twisty.
For no goddamn
very
reason.
twisty-turny. Very long lap times.
Although it does have long lap times, they are not the longest in the game. I still hold that Tiny Arena has longer lap times than Oxide Station. Plus, Oxide Station is significantly more fun to blast through than Tiny Arena is.
Yeah, because
lots of set pieces, lots of easy to use power slides. It's very easy to get ahead of the normal computer players and stay that way. Simply because of how the track is designed. The track is pretty much designed to have missiles not fucking work.
I know, right? Like, there are almost no fuck. The only time when you're going on a straight pathway is when you're flying through outer space with a bottomless pit beneath you.
Yeah. Then missiles work technically, but even then you'll see missiles just fly off down to a bottomless pit or up into the air,
or crashing into a wall, or get hit by,
or crashing into the invisible wall. Yes, that.
Oh, near miss, very good. Yeah, I'd say we're cruising pretty good right now. But we're practically like 33% trap line around in front of everybody.
Figuring out when and where to do the boost jumps and the power slides is honestly the biggest thing about Oxide Station, and by extension the entire game. Once you've got the tracks memorized to the point where you can figure out on site where good power slides and boost jumps are, you're pretty much unstoppable. From there, all it takes is a bit of practice to actually, utilize them consistently.
Yep, and the only X factor is the item loadouts.
And when you're this far ahead of your opponents, they stop shooting at you.
Because they can't reach you.
Yeah, for Oxide Station specifically, the only weapon I would be afraid of right now would be a spore, and because of the way that the AI works, I am in no danger of getting hit with a spore.
Wait, is that the time warp that you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there. So I would say that the time warp blast is very effective. The other thing that might fuck you over is the slowdown time.
Yeah, the
entropy squad.
But as I mentioned, because of how far we are ahead, they're not shooting at us.
Because they suck.
It's actually due to a gameplay quirk. We're far enough ahead to where they realize that shooting their power up at us doesn't actually do anything. However, one of the bugs that happens in the game because of this is actually you can just skyrocket down to second place for being too far ahead. I've had that happen to me exactly once during Engine Labs, which I didn't talk over, which sucks because I love Engine Labs. And it was just like, I don't understand where this racer is. I've been in the lead for the past 30 seconds. Now I'm in second place. What the fuck?
Well, were you actually in second place?
No, I was still in the lead. It just said I was in second place, and I finished the race in second.
If you's gonna face Oxide, you's gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save the world. For a sizable fee, of course.
Sure thing, Pinstripe. You are a bastard. You stole Tana from Crash. I'ma avenge him now.
Pinstripe Potoro, he is. Gag's delicious.
And he has the worst boss track in the game, Hot Air Skyway. We didn't go into why Hot Air Skyway sucks last time. Let's fix that. Hot Air Skyway fucking blows. Although it has a lot of the same frenetic energy that Oxide Station has with its twisty and turniness, you end up doing a lot of double power slide loops throughout most of your time in Hot Air Skyway. And this particular jump, if you fuck up that jump on the first lap, you've lost. Pinstripe is actually very precise with his bombs, which is weird because this track curves all over the damn place. How the fuck can he snipe me so well?
Yeah, well, what happened to me a lot of times is that when I start trailing behind Pinstripe, then suddenly I have to contend with a gauntlet of perfectly aimed bombs coming at me from the front.
Yes, it makes the challenge. It makes the challenge most certainly worthwhile to deal with. But another thing that you guys should notice is there's like 3 Wampa fruit crates on the entire track, and one of them's at the very end of the course.
Yeah.
You're almost guaranteed to never be juiced up while you're going through this track because the first one is there and it's way out of the way. The second one
is right at the end of the track, isn't it?
No,
right.
that's the last one.
one.
That's number 3. Number 3 is at the very end of the track. The second one, I believe,
Hang on!
we should be coming up to it shortly, honestly. There, that one. If you go for that one, you fall off the course.
Probably.
You just do.
Yeah.
You cannot get that one via power slide.
Guardrails are your friend.
There are no guardrails.
There are.
Fuck this course.
Well, there's a guardrail. It's very brief. Enjoy it.
No, that's not a guardrail. That's specifically there so you don't end up going backwards on the track.
Yes. Oh, no, there are even more guardrails. There it is.
These are not guardrails. These are simply here to tell you where you're supposed to go because the track design doesn't do a very good job of
So
it.
are you saying that you can phase right through those?
You cannot phase right through those, but you know you can't jump over them.
All right, so let's.
One of the speed runs that I saw for Highlander Skyway is specifically jumping over the halfway track.
Jumping over the halfway track?
Yeah, I think it's right here. Yeah, you can jump over that guardrail.
And that will save you so much fucking time.
That cuts out like this entire goddamn turning segment.
Yeah. That would easily save you like 20 like 3 seconds. Okay, well maybe not 23 seconds, more like 10 to 15 seconds. Which is still a really long time to save.
It's a stupidly high amount of seconds. And I'm not sure entirely how you're supposed to do it. I think it's triple power slide into a jump from the ramp just beforehand. But yeah, you can totally do that.
Well, doing that kind of finagle work in Crash games, that's been a thing for the longest time, where they just want you to figure it out.
Yeah, Crash 2 specifically has that with the rat pits.
I wanna shoot this girl, but my gun's jammed.
Yep.
So, you's beat me fair and square. I
Sure,
doubt you'll be as lucky with Oxide. Here's a key for your troubles. Oh, brother.
I like it how he rolls his eyes.
Oh, hi, Oxide.
The little terror vermin has finally collected all the trophies to become world champion. What took you so long? Now we prove who the fastest driver really is.
Oh God! I don't want to do this right now. I'm scared. I don't even know how I got here.
Or I could go and I could go save, and then I can go and start doing one of the most tedious things in all of racing game history.
Back slowly away. Look both ways before turning in reverse.
Actually, the next thing that we're doing is we're doing the CTR hunt for we're doing the CTR hunt for. Oh god damn it, Aku Aku.
You need 10 of these fucking things.
You must first collect the required number of relics to race this track.
Thank you, Aku Aku.
Slide Coliseum, Turbo Track,
And Turbo Track.
Well,
But first, we must get our asses back to World 4. I should have jump cut us back to World 4, honestly. But the whole reason why I did this is because we're going to enter World 4, save again, and then that'll probably cut us off for the end of the video.
You know what this really is this is the game's failure to just let you go through the course as you're supposed to. We already found Oxide Station. They didn't need to warp us there. We just had to follow the course. Instead, we have to do this in order to get back to where we were supposed to be.
And then in the next episode, we will do the CTR hunt for World 4.
Court. The judge is now seated.